Upgrading the Vivien of the Arkbow Planeswalker deck. Hey everyone, it's vmcampos, Magic fan. So we've got another Planeswalker deck to upgrade. This is the Vivien Planeswalker deck from Magic Core Set 2019. These Planeswalker decks are pretty cool to get started off with. They're mono-colored. That means they're not too complicated to get up and running. But then when you want to upgrade them, that's what this video is about. This video is for beginning to intermediate players that want to upgrade the pre-constructed Planeswalker deck into something a little bit more powerful. We're going to stick with common and uncommon cards from M19, Core Set 2019. Because of course if you've got the money and you have access to every card, you can make any deck amazing. But we'll stick with Core Set 2019 commons and uncommons. Let's get started. So every deck needs a win condition, and we get the win condition in the deck here. It says, Vivien is a keen naturalist. Her magical Arkbow preserves the essence of each creature she encounters, allowing her to summon them at need. Master the wilds and crush your opponents with massive creatures. So there's that concept of massive creatures, which is reinforced in the how to playing the deck little handout here. Vivien is a friend to people and beasts of all sizes. Start by summoning small creatures that generate mana and block early attacks. Then use that additional mana to overwhelm your opponent with larger and larger creatures. Vivien of the Arkbow boosts their strength and leverages it to even greater advantage, rendering your wild forces unstoppable. Alright, so what we've got to do, a very important upgrade first of all. So we have some mana-producing creatures, affectionately known as mana dorks. For 2 mana, you get Druid of the Cowl, and it makes mana. Way too slow, so this is going to be removed. This is the #1 most important change right now. Take both of those out and add 2 Llanowar Elves. For 1 mana, you can get a creature that makes mana, so 2 of those. Actually, I want a full playset. This deck comes with 26 forests. That mana base is way too high because it's mono-colored. You're not going to need 26 mana. We're going to cut it down to 23. And 2 forests will be taken out for 2 more Llanowar Elves. Now that's because these mana dorks is like playing 2 lands in 1 turn. You drop a forest, you drop an elf, next turn you've got 2 mana already. Drop a 3rd forest, drop a 2nd elf, you've got so much mana so fast. So you definitely want this instead of the Druid. I'm going to keep the Elvish Rejuvenator. For 3 mana, you get a 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a land from among them into the battlefield tapped. Put the rest at the bottom in a random order. So you should be able to play this on turn 2 if you drop a forest, an elf, then turn 3 drop another forest. Play this, you get another land already, so keeping them both. I'm keeping the Reclamation Sage. It's a 3 casting cost 2/1 creature that when it enters the battlefield, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment. This is uncommon. I might think about putting another one of these in there, maybe put it into the sideboard. I'm keeping the Bristling Boar. It's a 4 mana, 4/3, and it cannot be blocked by more than 1 creature. I like that. I'm going to put more of these in the deck, actually. One of them will come from Oakenform. We don't need that enchantment. I want another Bristling Boar. And the other one will come from Declare Dominance. I don't need that one either. A sorcery. I need another Bristling Boar. The Thornhide Wolves, I think, is a little too plain, 4/5 for no extra abilities, so I'm going to take it out to instead put in another Colossal Dreadmaw. We already have 2 of them in the deck. Now for 6 mana, you get a 6/6 Trample. I think it's better than that wolf we removed. And speaking of which, I'm going to remove another forest to put in my final Dreadmaw. So a full playset. We should be able to get this little critter out pretty fast because of our ramp. I'm keeping the Aggressive Mammoth. This is a 6 mana cost 8/8 Trampler, and my other creatures gain Trample. Another big creature here. For 7 mana, we get a 7/7 Gashed Bark Twins. It has Trample, and it can block an additional creature. So very nice. We'll keep that one. And then we'll also keep the Pelaka Worm, the rare card. This is a 7 casting cost 7/7 Trampler. You gain 7 life, and when it dies, if it dies, you draw a card. I forgot to mention the Aggressive Mammoth is one of the exclusive cards, number 302 out of 280. Anything above 280 is an exclusive card to this deck. I'm going to keep the Colossal Majesty. It's an enchantment for 3 mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you draw a card. Very nice, that's going to happen. I'm going to keep Plummet. Destroy target creature with flying for only 2 mana. Nice. I'm going to remove the Titanic Growth. Gives a creature +4, not even with Trample. I'm going to replace that with 2 Rabid Bites to complement the 2 that I already have here. This is going to be some great spot removal. Once you've got some of these creatures that are getting a little bit bigger, like your boar or anything bigger, you play this. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. So it's a one-way damage from your creature to your opponents. 4 of those. I've noticed that all of these Planeswalker decks have a Meteor Golem, which I don't really like, so I'm going to remove it for 2 Vigilant Blayloths. This is an uncommon for 5/5. It's got Vigilance for 5 mana, 5/5 Vigilance. Very happy little guy to be part of my team. I'm going to keep these 4 cards. These are also exclusives. Ursine Champion. For 2 mana, you get a 2/2. Nice. But then for 6 mana, it becomes a 5/5 Bear Berserker until end of turn. So 4 of those. I'm keeping the Vivien's Jaguar. For 3 mana, you get a Cat Spirit, 3/2 with Reach. And for 3 more mana, you may return it from your graveyard to your hand. You do this when you've got your Vivien Planeswalker out, so it can keep coming back from the grave. Another exclusive card, 305. And lastly, I'll also keep the exclusive Scala Wolf. For 5 mana, you get a 3/3 Wolf Spirit. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards from your library. You may reveal a green card from among them and put it into your hand. The rest at the bottom of your library. Number 303. So you can kind of plan your draw a little bit, get a new card once you summon it. And all of that leads into the jewel of the deck, the Planeswalker Vivien of the Arkbow. For 6 mana, you get a legendary Planeswalker Vivien. She comes in with 5 loyalty. For +2, put 2 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature. So even your lowly Llanowar Elf becomes a 3/3 when she's on the field. And just imagine when you're doing this on your Pelaka Worm, you get a 9/9 creature. -3, target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. So it's another form of Rabid Bite. And the ultimate, -9, creatures you control get +4/+4 and gain Trample until end of turn. So all your creatures will get +4/+4 and Trample. So imagine all of these big stompy creatures around the field just overwhelming your opponent. And again, even the little old Llanowar is going to be a 5/5 Trampler when you get to Vivien's ultimate. Let's talk a little bit about the sideboard. I would put in a playset of Naturalize. You never know when you need to destroy an artifact or an enchantment, so 4 of those. And add some more plummets to make it a full playset in your sideboard, just in case your opponent has a lot of flyers. I would also put 3 more of the Reclamation Sage to destroy more artifacts or enchantments and get you a creature. So pretty simple sideboard focusing on removal depending what your opponent has. So there you go. That's my upgrade for the Vivien of the Arkbow Pre-Con Planeswalker set from M19. Just getting more ramp into the deck and changing it up just a little bit so you have some big ol' stomping creatures to get to your opponent. What do you think? What would you improve? What did you like about the deck? What didn't you like about it? Leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, to share, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Let other people know about this video. It really helps spread my word when you help me out. And if you want to further help me out, don't forget to go on over to patreon.com/vmcampos. You'll see exclusive things over there, such as deck lists and more commentary, stuff about comics, magic, all that fun stuff. For as little as $1 a month, it really helps. I think it's worth it. This has been VM Campos, and I'll see you on Dominaria.